Hi, this is James Strug at Westpac's London office with the end of day report for Friday, July the 27th. Well, it was another positive day on equity markets with a continuation of the European we'll do all we can sort of attitude helping markets along. Today it was Angela Merkel and Francois Hollande of Germany and France, who after a teleconference said that they too stood ready to do all they could to preserve the euro. They felt bound by the deepest duty to keep the eurozone intact, and they do all they can within their own areas of competence. And that saw a continuation of the contraction of Spanish and Italian bond yields and allowed equity markets to keep rallying. US economic growth in the second quarter, it slowed from 2% to 1.5% annualised, not quite as slow as we were expecting, and the back revision story was mixed. It sort of left in place a more volatile growth pattern over the last year, rather than being consistently revised to the downside or to the upside. So no sort of fresh guidance from those GDP figures in terms of likelihood of further easing from the Fed. There was something for everyone, if you like, in those figures. We saw a slight upward revision to consumer sentiment in July, and the German inflation rate was unchanged at 1.7% in July, which is the equalised it's been since late 2010. So there really wasn't much else to report apart from that. We had some earnings results, Michelin, for example, and in the tyre business, and that saw other industrial stocks marked higher. Just heading into the European close, we've got the London market up 1% today, the French market up just over 2%, the German market up 1.4%, the Spanish market up 3.5%, and the Italian market up almost 3%. And the Dow in the US is up 0.8% at the moment. That's up just over 106 points. In commodity markets, gold's actually pretty much unchanged at $1,621 an ounce, but oil prices are up 0.6% at $89.94 a barrel, and copper prices are up 0.9%. The Aussie dollar at 1.044 against the US dollar has continued to drift higher in this more risk favourable environment that we've seen over the last couple of days. As I say, basically driven by this sense that European policymakers are going to do perhaps a bit more than we've seen them do up until now. All right, that's it for this week. Olympics opening ceremony tonight, and